Hi, thanks for joining me. I am going to attempt to repair a MacBook from 2006 that I bought for 20 quid, sold as spares or repairs. Enjoy. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I am going to put an SSD in this thing because it comes with a standard Toshiba hard drive. So I'm going to be using this PH000 screw. And this little kit actually I bought on eBay, really handy kit. Magnetic tip so you don't lose screws, which is super useful for this stuff. And along this little bracket there's 3 screws, which you can see here. So I am going to undo each of these, and once I undo these it will give access to both RAM slots and the hard drive. So they're tiny little screws and they don't come out, or at least they never have when I've been doing this. So you can just undo them as I'm doing here. Really sorry about the camera angle, you can't see anything. Lesson learned for next time. And I'm just going to use a little spudger to pry it up, just because sometimes the bracket can stain. And as you see here, there's a little tab, so just pull that tab out and pull the hard drive. Nice and easy. So there it is, the old Toshiba 80 gig hard drive. Has some little guiding screws to help locate the hard drive and keep it obviously in the bracket. And here's the SSD, which I've already fitted to a new bracket. I completely forgot which way this went in, so I tried to put it in the wrong way. And as you'll see in a second, it won't go all the way in. So if it doesn't go in, don't force it, just pull it back out, swap it around, and then reinsert it. And here you go. Easy as that. So when you put the bracket back on, there's actually a little locating pin in the top right corner for the seat. And if you don't get that aligned properly, the bracket kind of just sits a little bit off, a little bit warped. And you can see I'm using a spudger here just to pack this cushioning back down. It just helps the bracket sit nicer. Again, if you don't pack it in properly, you get like this weird bulge. And it doesn't really affect the performance, and you can still fit the battery back in. It just looks a bit odd, and I like to do things with a little bit of neatness. So I'm just going to go ahead and tighten these screws up. And there you go, final screw being tightened now. And once I've done that, let's just pop the battery back on. I mentioned earlier that I was told this laptop wouldn't turn on. The seller said it's spares and repairs. The laptop doesn't work. It doesn't turn on. Well, that was the battery. The battery was bust. And the reason they couldn't get the charge is because their charger was also bust. I happen to have a charger here. So I have a Lion installed boot USB, which I've just plugged in. And first thing I need to boot into disk utility and format the hard drive, because this is actually an SSD from a MacBook that I had running Catalina, which is a different format. It's an APFS format, I think. So I've just got to format the hard drive into macOS Extended Journaled. And once that completes, we can then get on with the installation. In fact, if you look in the right-hand corner, you can see the MacBook that I took the hard drive from. It's another old white polycarbonate unibody MacBook. It's a 2010. And it needs a little bit of work, but it'll be another project, so keep an eye out for that. Here we go. Start installing Lion. I'm going to skip ahead through this because it takes a little bit of time. But you just select the hard drive you want to install it to, and then hit go, and let it do its thing. And there we go, we're back. We have a 120 gig SSD running macOS 10. 10.7.5? Yeah, 10.7.5 Lion. And you can see here we've got our storage devices. We've got the SSD, we've got the super drive, and whoever uses that these days. And we've got our memory, which is 2 gig. You can upgrade these things to 3, but there's not really any point. It doesn't really make a difference. And for what you can run on these now, this absolutely runs fine. You can put 4 gig in, but the system can only make use of 3. So it's just a weird limitation these models of MacBooks had. Ignore it. I've just checked the power here. You can see brand new battery, 1 charge count, and shown as good. So there we go. This MacBook, which cost £20, I spent another £19 on the hard drive when I bought it for the other MacBook, but obviously I've replaced it in here. And that's all it cost to fix. So I fixed it for a grand total of £39. All that's left to do now is give it a good clean and then probably sell it on eBay. Thanks for watching.